Welcome back to The Batman Who Laughs epic story right here at Comicstorian. The Batman Who Laughs is a version of Batman who was merged with the Joker in the dark multiverse, and he has recently decided to come to the real universe, the one where our Batman lives, to show him that he is the worst of the Batmen. He has been pulling through various Bruce Waynes from other universes to show that they are happier than our Batman. And he is dooming our Batman to truly fail, as he cannot be stopped. When we last left off, Batman thought he had finally gotten ahead of the Batman Who Laughs by going to the Blackgate prison to prevent the death of that Bruce Wayne, but he discovered that the guard that he was actually putting his faith in was the Batman Who Laughs. And now, the Batman Who Laughs has convinced all of the guards at Blackgate that our Batman is actually the Batman Who Laughs. This is the Comicstorian channel, where we take some of your favorite comic books, video games, and movies, and we break them down into audio dramas to allow you to catch up on your favorite lore and understand what is happening. Let's continue our story with The Batman Who Laughs, number 5. Blackgate Prison. The guards open fire, bullets raining down on Batman, impacting against the Kevlar on his cape. "Stand down! I'm the real Batman!" he yells, trying to get them to see that the man behind the bulletproof glass is actually the real Batman Who Laughs. The one who laughs grins behind his disguise. Fun being me, isn't it, Bruce? I'd get used to it. Bye-bye now! As he turns to leave, yet Batman won't let him get away again, throwing an acid bomb at the glass, and the glass begins to sizzle and melt as the acid slowly begins to work. He continues to yell for the guards, trying to convince them of his true identity, that he's worked with them before, and suddenly the glass begins to give and he launches himself through, leaping away from their outstretched hands. He rolls to the other side, seeing the alternate Bruce Wayne, the one who is the warden of Blackgate Prison in another universe, dead in a pool of his own blood, his head nearly cut off. There's no time. The guards are right behind him. Thinking quickly, Batman slings the dead Bruce Wayne over his shoulder. This man is the warden of Blackgate, so he's also wearing body armor. This allows Batman to get away as the body twitches to every impact of the rounds. The few that get through cut Batman like a knife. He doesn't have time to slow down. More guards are entering the room armed with armor-piercing rounds. There's no time, and he starts yelling, screaming, and that's when they stop. "How's your father, Officer Jimenez? Bus Route 15, and you, Officer Leonard. Fire escape outside your bedroom window still make you nervous?" The guards suddenly stop, stunned. "Officer Pine, 5 Elmore Lane. Officer Gantz, 1 Narrows Heights." He's snarling now, his eyes red. "I know everything about you. Now I'm gonna walk out of this place, and if you even think of calling in the choppers or the boats, I will come for you." He's smiling now, his hand holding up the severed head of Bruce Wayne. "Why? Because I'm the Batman Who Laughs!" His laughing filling the room, echoing in the emptiness of the prison. Finally, he turns, descending into the sewer system below the prison. The guards all stunned. No one follows. But down on the sewer system, Jim Gordon continues to run, the Robins directly behind him. One leaps, sinking its sharp teeth into his shoulder, and he pushes them off, when suddenly a voice calls out from behind him as the Grim Knight enters the tunnel. "Do you recognize them, Jim? The Batman Who Laughs made them special for me. They're all versions of your son." Jim stares stunned. "They can't be." And the Grim Knight lifts his knife, a special one that had been made for his Jim Gordon when the man had taken him down. "I'm gonna use it to gut you and feed it to your boys." Yet Jim doesn't wait, and instead he dives headfirst into the teeming waters of the sewer system. The currents are strong, pulling him away, twisting him in the waters. Finally, he surfaces, unable to hold his breath any longer. Yet the crows are there, their sharp teeth glinting in their hideous smiles. 2 gunshots thunder in the caverns, and the twin crows fall with bullets in their heads. Gordon turns, his son standing over him with the pistol in hand. "Dad, they're not me. I'm right here." He comforts his father, the pistol still smoking in his hands. In the lair of the Court of the Owls, a light flashes on, illuminating a patch below. "Step into the light," a voice commands, and the leather-clad Batman steps out with a flourish in his arms and a smile. Ta-da! The court stares down at him, questioning his motives for coming to see them, and the one who laughs grins. He's a fan of their work. He comes to ask a simple favor. Yet, despite his humbling words, the court is divided on the matter, wondering what tortures they should put him through instead. Finally, it is decided that they will abide tradition and let the youngest choose the man's fate. Squeak of a wheelchair can be heard, and the Batman Who Laughs turns to find a young girl sitting before him. "Why should we hear you out, creature?" she asks simply. The one who laughs asks but a simple favor. He wants Gotham to become what it was meant to be, just like them. It'll be a hoot, I promise. He smiles. The girl stares from behind her mask, pondering for the briefest of moments before giving her answer. I say no. The Talons will take your head now. I'd like to make it a lamp. A nightlight for my room. The one who laughs turns, anger filling his voice, though the smile never leaves his face. I beseech the court! You haven't even heard my case. The court has given its verdict. He can now take his request to the Talons. The warrior owls begin to stalk from the shadows, their eyes glowing yellow. Yet that's the thing I already have. The Batman Who Laughs cackles as the armless Talons move into the light. Shocked gasps emit from the owl's viewing platform as they turn to escape, yet the building begins to tremble as great booms can be heard throughout the complex. The young girl, she begins to beg for her life as he turns back to her, and he explains that he's simply getting what he came for, as he gently nudges her chair, pushing it towards the edge of the platform that they stand on. Her screams, they disappear as she falls into the abyss. The Batman Who Laughs does truly admire the court. It's why he took it over in another world. Behind him, a Bruce Wayne clad in Talon armor suddenly appears into being, and he stares, stunned at the one who laughs. He does not hesitate, beginning his assault, demanding to know who the grinning madman is. Over the city, Batman watches through his visor, seeing the worst the city can become. Luckily, James found Gordon, and the three quickly meet up at the Batcave. Jim quickly begins to explain that he saw the Batman Who Laughs plans. Yet, none of that matters now. With the two of them there, Batman can activate his last laugh protocol and seal the city off from contamination. It will stop him from polluting the water supply and give them 1,000 ways to catch him. The one who laughs has lost. Quickly, Batman orders Jim to place his hand on the activation scanner and speak the command phrase. They have 2 minutes for Batman to activate his. Gordon nods, activating his half of the last laugh protocol, and everyone breathes a sigh of relief. It worked. Thank God, Batman says. Gordon smiles. They were lucky. If the Grim Knight hadn't tried to hunt him, if Batman hadn't found them and pulled them out of the tunnels, none of this would have worked. Batman's hand hovers over the activation panel. You're right. We were lucky. He hisses. The one who laughs wanted them to activate the last laugh. He can't hack into it, and he needs it to get into the reservoir. It's always been his plan. Batman growls. And suddenly the Bat computer beeps with an incoming message. Batman presses the button. Hello, Batman! Forgive the intrusion, but I really must show you something. The hologram of the Batman Who Laughs grins. The villain walks through the cave, and suddenly the true purpose of Gotham is revealed. Look at it! He cries, gesturing to the holographic map of Batman's city. You think that Gotham was built as a beacon, as a haven. Last Laugh was created so that Gotham could become a seat of power, a fortress city. The point of Gotham was to conquer, he proclaims, his smile growing ever wider. Jim steps forward, pushing Batman aside as he yells at the one who laughs, yet the villain tells Batman to merely see it like he does. It's vision. It's soul. Batman stares through the visor. Make it all real, he cackles. Batman throws Jim aside, sending him falling into the equipment as he pushes him across the cave. He stops at the computers. 20 seconds to go. Alfred is behind him now, trying to reach him through the toxins. Regardless of what the city was meant for, his family has always stood for what was right. Behind the visor, tears fall from Batman's eyes. 10 seconds. He places his hand on the activation panel. Help the city become what it really is. Help it fulfill its destiny. Help it become the best version of itself possible. The hologram cackles as it leans over Batman and the computer, almost as a demon on his shoulder. And Batman activates Last Laugh. I hope you guys have been enjoying our Batman Who Laughs coverage right here at the Comicstorian channel. And if you are, please consider subscribing to our channel, as we are trying to bring this series to you every other week until we complete it. We have plenty of other projects going on right here at the channel right now, and I'd love for you guys to be a part of everything we're doing moving forward. So, subscribe, follow us on Twitter. It would all be amazing, and we'd really appreciate it. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time right here.